Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. In this wonderful day, we are excited to be here with all of you this afternoon. Again, welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. Please remember to like and share this broadcast and make sure that you are sharing and that you're inviting people to join us to our Tea Time community. This is the beautiful Tuesday. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and we are just so thankful for this time to be here with all of you and continue to show gratitude and love, and even through our tea time community as well. So we just want to welcome you on. Please make sure to also tell us what your tea of the day or that you're having today, or your coffee or water, whatever you're choosing to have. Again, welcome to Tea Time, and this is a beautiful day. Go ahead, and I would love to hear from you. Please make sure to like and share this broadcast again. Happy week, happy time. And speaking of happy week, happy time, we want to just tell you about the Renewal Center and hospitality. During this week or anytime this month or whenever you're in the area, the Renewal Center is a place of hospitality, and we say welcome to you. And so we invite you to join us. The Renewal Center, we have a cafe. We're located in the Charlotte Concord area. And if you're passing through and want to stop by to our cafe or have some tea or coffee or just a space to meet and work, please, by all means, join us. We invite you to come by. You are welcome to come by the Renewal Center and enjoy our cafe and just the peace and the atmosphere. The Renewal Center is just a beautiful place to be,
Yes,
just
it
a
is.
beautiful place during this time, especially this time of year. You just sit on the porch and just really relax. But each area of the Renewal Center has a special, unique feel, and we invite you to join us to take part in that and the hospitality that is offered by the Renewal Center. All right, and so we're going to move forward to our tea of the week. And our tea of the week is vanilla tea. Vanilla tea. Have you had vanilla tea, Patrick? I've had it. Have you?
Vanilla tea, yes, I have. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like
Yeah.
it. Again, I love some taste of vanilla, and I like the
Mm-hmm.
way the tea is unique. So if you've had vanilla tea, or just share with us what you are having this week, today for your tea, and go ahead and put that in the chat again. Please like and share, and we invite you to engage with our community. So, what is your tea of the day? Tell us what you're having today. We would love to know more about what you're having. Again, we are thankful to be here with all of you. And we just want to say, because this is the month of gratitude and thanks, we are thankful for you, our Tea Time community. We have built a tremendous, great tea time. All right, Renita says she's having lemon water. That is good. I'm having lemon water as well, Renita. I'm having my lemon water as well, and I am enjoying. I'm being refreshed.
That's interesting because I am too. So I guess we're all in this.
All
I'm
right.
ready to eat this week.
That's good. So you're having your lemon water as well. Again, we
Mhm.
just want to say thank you to everyone who is a part of our Tea Time community. All right. Good afternoon, Michelle,
Hey,
and
Nichelle, good
welcome
afternoon.
to Tea Time Tuesday. And as we all know, we have our Locate Yourself. And for those who are new, this is just where we pause, reset at this particular time. And as we continue to move forward in building resilience, we just want our minds to be in a place of peace and calm. And so we take this time to pause. Cinnamon apple spice, all right. All right,
Mm.
sounds good for this time of year. So we just take this time to pause, take this time of calm. We don't rush through it. We kind of just relax. And so this is our locate yourself. Just take a moment to calm your thoughts, calm your mind, relax your body, relax your shoulders, and just enjoy locating yourself. Wow, isn't that great? What do you say, Patrick? Isn't that a great time of calm, a
Yep.
great time of peace, just a great time of just
Mhm.
pausing? And we all need that pause, and this is what we do here at Tea Time Tuesday with the Renewal Center. So I'm going to go
Absolutely.
ahead and turn it on over to you, Patrick. How are you doing today?
I am well and I am refreshed, and I'm so always excited about tea time and about our time to pause, to reset, and to build resilience. And we do that by pausing today. So I want to thank everyone. Thank you again, Hope, for opening us up and just setting the tone for today as we engage in our renewal practices during tea time. So I want everybody, if you will, just to give me one word of where you are right now. Just do one word. Let's check in with one word today. Go ahead and put it in the comments, if you will. Those of you that are out there, just one word to encourage, one word to build that resilience in our community today. And hopefully you have your tea time journals prepared and ready so we can engage in today's renewal practices. And again, if you want to put out what your tea of choice is, go ahead and do that. Ground yourself, center yourself so that you can be strengthened today and you can pause, reset, and build your resilience. So go ahead and just put out there in the comments, if you will, just one word of where you are, a quick check-in so we can strengthen and we can build resilience with one another. And again, welcome everyone. What's your tea of choice? Good to see you, Char Michelle. Grateful to have you on. Thank you so much. So good to have you here. Water. You drinking water today? All right. All right. Let's see. The one words are coming in. Precious. Uh-huh. All right. Grateful. What else is out there? Other words for today. Activity. I bet. Activity. All right. Thankful. All right. Thank you. Excited. Another word. Yes. Thank you. Anybody else? Put your count one words out there. Expectant. Thank you all for that. What else do we see here? Wisdom. Uh-huh. Hello. Hey, Charlisa. Hello to you. All right. One word. Check in. Reset. All right. If anybody else, you come on, you have one word, just one word to edify, to encourage, build resilience. We do this in community. So hopefully you have your tea ready, your tea of choice, so we can engage today in our renewal practices. So for today, as we are really emphasizing the season that we're in right now, today I want to focus on grow your doing skills, your doing skills. And I want to talk about tips and strategies that you can use to grow your doing skills, your doing skills. One of the key things about growing your doing skills is not just having an expectation of doing or increasing or expanding, but what are we actually going to do and what action take in order for you to grow your doing skills. When you are like operating at one particular level, you're operating at one level of perspective or insight or function. What do I need to do to grow my doing skills so I can move from ideation to implementation?
That's good.
Everybody deserves the right to grow anyway. So I want to really emphasize today as a renewal practice. Let's emphasize today grow your doing skills. So go ahead and get ready. Let me know that you're ready. Hashtag I am renewal. Let me know that you're ready for us today. All right, so we can engage, and we have some wonderful words that came up today. We had precious, we had activity, we had thankful, we had excited, we had expected, we had wisdom, we had reset. I ask that you please share this on your page, if you will, or tag your friends to have them come on board for Tea Time Tuesday today. I've actually been out a couple of weeks, so it's good to be back on, Hope.
Yes,
It
good to
really
have
is
you. Yes,
to be back on. So thank you so much
have you
for
back.
leading us up today. All right, let's jump right into our first strategy. Okay, find the balance of skill to challenge. Find the balance of skill to challenge. We're going to break this down because I think it's important that we find the balance of skill to challenge. That's right. Hashtag I am renewal. Yes, thank you. So, first thing, in order for you to improve or grow your doing skills, is finding the balance between a skill that you have and something that challenges you. Something that challenges you. That's the first step here in our renewal practice today is here's where my skill is and here's where the challenge is. Now, I want you to think right now, what is a skill you want to sharpen or improve? I want you to think about that. What is a skill that you want to sharpen or improve? And if you want to share that in the comments, please feel free. Hope, do you have any a skill or skill set that you want to develop, enhance, or you want to sharpen?
Oh yeah, I mean that's something I was, as you were talking about it, I was just thinking about it,
Mhm.
and just continuing to grow as a leader,
Okay.
and as a what I'm currently involved in now, just as far as teaching and things of that nature. So I have a desire to grow, and I really want to sharpen that as well. I also want to sharpen not just a personal activity that I kind of fell away from. So I want to be able to sharpen that as well.
Okay. So you
Mhm.
have a personal activity, perhaps a hobby, and
A
then
personal
also,
hobby. Hmm.
okay, so let's hone in on your leadership. When you say
Okay.
leadership or teaching, what exactly do you mean when you say the skill set of leading? I want to go right to the core, and then we're gonna work on ways to challenge it. Go right ahead. And while we're out
Okay.
there, tea timers, please share with us what's that skill that you want to either develop or you want to sharpen. Go right ahead. Hope.
Okay. So as far as leadership is leadership in every area, on how I'm leading people in my job and role and function, and how I can better help them to maximize who they are. So I'm learning as I grow more in the leadership in that area, to navigate through that, and I'm honing in. I want to learn more on how I can help others to hone in on who they are and
Okay.
maximize who they are. Hmm.
Okay. So as we dig deeper, and if this is a coaching session, I would ask you some more questions. But what we're doing is when we talk about this first phase, because today's renewal practice is about growing your doing skills. So what you're going to do today is find a balance of the skill to challenge. If the skill is leadership in your context, we have a couple coming in. Nichelle says effective time management. Someone else says, Renita says, I want to sharpen my organization and time management skills.
Mm.
And Deborah says, writing skills and parenting. So we've got several different things here that we want to see in terms of our development. So what we're going to do is uh, I want you to think about the skill set that you have. And I want you to think about that area that you just mentioned that you want to grow in. I want you to write down for me what's one area today, one decision or mindset shift that you can do to improve your awareness of that skill set. Because we're going to work on a challenge, how to challenge yourself. So you look at the skill set, for example, in time management. I'm going to give you an example for those that need time management. I'll do that after you write out how you're going to do this. But when you are in this place of looking at your skill and your challenge, what if the skill is time management, or if the skill is parenting, or the skill is leadership? How will you challenge yourself in that area beyond what you say? How will you challenge yourself in that space? Because the goal is to find a balance between I have a skill set, like if I want to improve my bowling skill, let's just use that for an example, then I need to be actively bowling, right? Secondly, I need to have the right equipment for the bowling experience. Thirdly, perhaps I need to watch someone who possesses a higher skill than I do. And then fourthly, I would listen to them or look at their demonstration, and then they can show me what I'm doing, if it's effective or not. They can give me feedback. They can encourage me. They can help course correct. So that's just using bowling as an example. So I want you to think about the skill that you currently want to enhance or sharpen. How are you going to challenge yourself? How are you going to challenge yourself? Because today is about what? Growing your doing skills. Now, Hope, we just talked about finding a balance of skill. I want you to just, based upon what I just shared, what are your thoughts on how will you challenge yourself in the leadership arena specifically?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that. I was thinking of taking advantage of what is before me, with my, what my company offers as far as investing in me and more development, maybe some more classes,
Mm-hmm.
engaging more in interacting my with the vice president, things of that nature, and just taking advantage of leadership classes and making the investment and taking the time to study more about the skills. Even though I'm actively, in leader and have leadership skills, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just looking for something that would challenge me to grow even more. So that would be making an investment, taking advantage of the classes that's provided, and
Okay.
then taking the time to invest in my development of growing.
Okay. So you're going to take the classes that are available because sometimes classes are there and we don't take the time
Mhm.
to invest in a class that's available, even sometimes within our own firms, our own organizations. So okay, thank you for sharing that. Hello, good afternoon. That's my Aunt Yanni. How are you? How are you? Miss you. Hello.
Mhm.
Good. I'm so glad that this is good for you, Charmaine. So thank you so much for sharing this. Awesome. Yes. I want us to really think about the skill we want to develop and the challenge. Now, so for those of you that are out there in time management, what did you come up with? I'd like to hear from you. I think we had a couple of people that said time management. I think Michelle said time management. Renita said time management. So if that's the skill set you want to challenge yourself in growing in, what's that one thing you're going to do differently? That one practical area that you will do differently that you haven't done before. All right. Writing skills and parenting. Think about that. What's that one thing in the parenting area? I'll do this a little differently. Here's how I'm going to challenge myself in that space. Because what we want to do is balance the skill and the challenge, just like I talked about with bowling. All right. So for those of you in the time management space, let's hear from you. Definitely, what are your thoughts on that? Now, I'm going to move on to the next area of our renewal practice today.
This is
And again,
good.
we talked about finding the balance between skill to challenge. And the reason why you do that is you don't want to feel like you're too stressed or bored. You don't want to be too stressed or bored, like, I'm not growing enough. There's more I need to develop in this space. Or you're bored. In other words, I'm just not being challenged. So that's why we're doing this exercise, because on one end, you may not put a demand on yourself. And as a result of that, you may be bored because you're not exposing yourself to new information or new insights or new perspectives. Then on the other end, I might be stressed because I'm saying I'm not really growing, or I can't see the measurable growth in reasonable time, measurable growth in reasonable time. So you want to think about that. That's the reason why we're doing this renewal practice is I want to grow my doing. So the first thing I need to do is I need to think about finding the balance of skill to challenge. All right. Francis says, master my morning routine consistently. All right. All right. Finding a skill to challenge. All right. So let's keep moving on. Next one is get clear about what you need to build and what you want to develop. Get clear about what you need to build and what you need to develop. So we've gone from the first one, which is what? The balance of skill to challenge. Now I know where my skill set is. And here's the challenge. Here's where I want to go because I might be here. And so here are some things I'm going to do differently. All right. Let's see. We got some comments coming on. All right. So Char Michelle says, I want to improve upon tracking things in business more accurately. I finally gotten some accountability and making the time to do what I must do. All right, congratulations on that. You got the accountability you needed to make time. So now you want to improve on tracking things in business more accurately. So I'll ask Char Michelle from a tracking perspective. What is your daily tracking plan or your hourly tracking plan, or what is your source of tracking? Where do you track your things? And what are those things that you need to track? So I'll ask you that, Shar, as you answer that question, and then we'll come back to your answer on that. Let's see what else we got here. Michelle says, I need to purchase a planner and go back to writing things out on paper. All right, I still have a paper planner. I love it. Instead of using the electronic devices and software for time management, where a planner stands out to me. Okay, so you're going to start using a planner. How are you going to use that planner? Is my next question now, as it relates to what we're talking about. Because again, and Hope, I'm going to come back to you. You're not off the hook here. Okay.
Okay, all
Uh-huh.
right.
Get clear about what you need to build and what you need to develop. What you need to develop. And then we've got another comment coming in. So, Hope, I want you to talk about this as it relates to what you talked about with leadership. First of all, you talked about the classes you want to take and that
Mhm.
you're going to take. So now my question would be, have you enrolled yet? And if not, when do you plan on enrolling in it? And what are you going to enroll in? So those are my questions to you as everybody's getting coached today. So go ahead.
All right, so I'm glad that this is first of all, this is great, and it just has my mind going and thinking. And so I am currently and have been enrolled in some leadership courses that to help me. I'm continuing to grow in that as well. So I have already enrolled from last year and previous. Now what I'm needing to do is build off of what I'm learning. I need to be able to do what I need to do with what I'm learning and build off of that and build a network with, with the people that I work with the skills that I have gained through these particular classes. I'm interested in more classes because of where I'm headed and where I'm going. And so I see the need for classes. So I have enrolled in or going to enroll in for coming up is going to be the culture and diversity classes because of what I'll be doing international wise. And so that will help me to enhance and get me ready, get my skills ready, and to sharpen them to be able to be effective for our client and our clients that are international and diversity and culture. So I'm
All
looking
right.
forward to that as well.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right. So you're making some decisions to really move the needle here. And again, this is about what do you need to build? What do you need to develop? The difference is building is about foundation. What do I need to build at the foundation? And then what do I need to enhance on top of that foundation?
Mhm.
That's development. Developing is ongoing sharpening, ongoing refreshing, ongoing renewing. Development is like that part of your house on that nightstand or that bookshelf that you don't get to and you don't polish, you don't dust it off. Uh-huh. It just kind of sits there. If I do a white glove test and come and that means there's no development. That's what happens when our gifts, our talents, our capacities. It has a bunch of dust on it. It's just sitting there. So today is about self-reflection and looking at ways we can build, which is foundation, and develop that's ongoing. So we want to do that. I want to go back to some of these comments that are coming in. I appreciate the engagement. Renita says, maybe I could make a realistic checklist. Just a few must do's for my day to day and also not sit down until I've done it. Okay. All right. So a realistic checklist is good.
Yeah.
I would also look at what are the things that you have to do that must be done at a high level for your roles that you have in life. Maybe consider the roles that you have. I'm a brother, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a friend. Those are different roles that I have. I'm a leader, that's another role. I'm a creative, that's another role. So when we look at all of our roles, we can also tie some of our decisions to the roles that we have. And that might make it more structured as well when you look at it from a fluid perspective. Charlisa says here, scheduling more. Okay, so what are you going to do, Charlisa, to schedule more? When you say schedule, what does that mean? Time frames. Where are you tracking this? When you say allocate, are you putting, is it in your mind? Is it in your planner? Is it in your, so we're going to take it further. All right, thank you for sharing that. Charmacel says, and I'm in the process of setting up QuickBooks, which was goal for this year. All right, so you've got a month and a few days left for this year. All right, so we're going to have to come back to you, Char, and say, hey, did you finish? Did you set it up so you can start 2024 with your QuickBooks? And you'll write out your plan relative to weekly and monthly tracking and review. Very good. And there are also some other tools you can use to sharpen that. So use your coaching, use your accountability partner to ensure that you're able to set those things up. Michelle says, log my task. Okay, you're going to log them in your planner. All right. Appointments, meetings, courses, so you can have a visual. All right. Proper spacing and alignment of duties. All right. Very good. Let's keep going here. Monique says, I need to build a better marketing strategy for my book. So strategy means what? What does strategy mean when you say building a marketing strategy? I want you to answer that question, Monique, in the chat as well. So folks, today is about what? Growing your doing. So I'm asking a lot of questions, okay? And then your plan and budget to help you identify that. So we'll come back to that as well. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I hope this is very helpful today with what we're sharing. So again, folks, what are we talking about as renewal practice? Grow your doing skills. First step, find a balance of skill to challenge. Find the balance of skill to challenge. Next one, get clear about what you want to build and what you wanted to develop. The build is what? Foundation. That means I got to go back and look, am I really growing in this space? Here's an example. All right. I'm in a doctoral program and I'm struggling a little bit with some of my academic writing for a business PhD level writing. I got something called a phrase book that I got. And one of my chair recommended this to me, and it's helping me, like when I needed to refer back to research aims and procedures. I was reading this while I was watching the actual Christmas parade Saturday. And it talks about different things that I have to lead into, different phrases that'll help me introduce my research or elaborate or expand or explain. And so what I'm doing now, saying things like further analysis shows that, or a comparison of the two results reveals, or, several issues arose while collecting the data. Different things I needed to help me plug in all my other writing because I didn't see a stream of consciousness in my writing. Now I got this. I plan on using this bad boy. So again, that's a way to say I knew that my skill was here, and the challenge was I had to write here. What am I going to do differently? I had to look at my creative foundation and how I write. You see, Hope? And then I had to move into what are some tools that I needed to get there. So that's how I practically am working on. And then I also means Monday, Tuesday nights or certain things, I will, work on my time to say, turn things off. I will not engage. I will not respond because I know what I need to do at that time. So just want to be able to be helpful with that. Hey, Toya, thank you so much. Yes, hoping this is helpful. And yes, the parade was nice in Concord. Enjoyed it. All right, Monique answered. I need to create a method for how I'm going to market my books. All right. I'm looking at the areas I need to improve in and consider what worked, didn't work during the launch of my last publication. That's growth. So in other words, grade yourself. What did I do? What I didn't do? Why did I not do it? And what am I going to do differently? And again, these are all areas to help us go from build to develop. Now let's go to the next one. And Hope I see you shaking your head there. So what thoughts do you have right now about just everything that I'm sharing?
Oh, no, I was just looking at the comments that were coming in and engaging with those comments as well and taking note of that. That's all.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Let's go to the next one. All right. Identify the routine and reward, and then design the shift you want to see. Let's meditate on that one right there. Identify the routine and reward. Now, we got to pause here when we talk about routine and reward. Let's take our time with this. Routine is, what are your real habits around this skill? Really answer that question. Because I was still writing the same, Hope. I kept writing the same way. So if I was writing the same way, that means I needed to ask for a different lens or different view or different feedback, and then say, I need to adopt that. What I like to use the word adapt, adopt, and advance. So I'm going to adapt what I'm doing. I'm going to adopt something new. Then I can advance. So that's the mindset that I had, but I was struggling at the time, mainly because I was a little intimidated because I wanted to see more effectiveness in my dissertation writing and my doctoral writing, because I'm such a creative background in humanities and English and African-American literature, et cetera, et cetera. So the style, the approach, the precision, the conciseness of it was different. So folks, I'm trying to help you here. When we talk about this next one, it is about what is my routine and what is my reward. All right. Oh, Apostle Tina. Hello, Tina. How are you? Ginger T. Good to have you on today. Good to see you. All right. That's right. Adapt, adopt, advance. That's exactly what we're talking about here today. So I want you to think about your routine. What is your routine? What's your routine, Hope? Think about that. When you're talking about diversity, global culture, what is your current, and this is just more for you to reflect on,
Okay.
but what is your routine right now? And then what is your reward? My reward was just taking myself out and saying, good job, great work.
Right.
That was my reward. It was because I was able to adapt and I rewarded myself. Sometimes my reward is I'm going to shave back an hour here and calm down or do something for myself or do something recreational. And again, we tie routine and reward together. And the reason why we do that is we know here's going to be the other side of this routine. You want to build in being your own cheerleader because you just got to be able to have that affirmation from inside.
Yes.
And that helps you tie your new routine to an outcome or a reward. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I hope that everyone that's on Tea Time today, this is helping. Tell me what your thoughts are on
when I think of routine and reward. When you were thinking about reward, I thought about taking time to enjoy the culture and the diversity of what I'm learning, taking time to enjoy that to the fullest. So when you speak of that, I thought about that as my reward, being able to take part, taking time for myself as well. So that's when I thought of when I was thinking of reward, and just to continue to identify and move forward to um, create an atmosphere where I have a routine and I have a reward, creating that atmosphere for reward. I think we've lost them, but he will be back in a moment. Might be some technical issue that's going on at the Renewal Center. So go ahead and keep commenting in the chat. Let us know what your reward is going to be. I see that Renita says, when I can tackle this time management, my reward is getting in bed at a decent time. I concur with you, Renita. I'm working on that as well as making sure that I get adequate amount of rest. All right, and Charlisa says, yes, I am inconsistent previously, but now I'm creating execution calendar plan to keep track of what has been completed and prioritized accordingly. Thank you so much for sharing that, Charlisa. And anyone else who's chimed in, we are right now, what is your reward going to be? Let's see some engagement on what is your reward going to be after your routine, and understanding what you're creating and how you're creating. How are we going to reward ourselves? Because sometimes, we can, again, have our routine, but no reward. So I'm definitely working on the reward part as well. So as soon as he comes back on, we'll be able to move to the next slide of what he has. But right now, just want you to continue to engage here. This is actually a phenomenal tea time as well. And we are just thankful for this opportunity, and the things that he's giving us is preparing us to move forward in our renewal practices. So I hope that you guys are taking note to what is being released today with our renewal principles. If you would like to go ahead and make sure to share and invite, and we're just waiting on him to come back on again. There may have been some technical issues, so just stick with us, stay with us until he comes back on. He will be back on momentarily to continue forward with our Renewal Center Tea Time Tuesday. Again, this time it's great to again think about what we want to do, identify the routine again, and reward. And then the part I like here is it says, and then design the shift you want to see. Come on, let's see some engagement when it comes to what are your thoughts about designing the shift you want to see? What is it that you desire to see from your routine? What is it that you desire to see from your time management? What is it that you're desiring it to see? What shift is it that you want to see from these particular things? I see Monique has commented, when I implement a consistent routine into my schedule to reach a specific goal, the reward is not only accomplishing the target goal, but also taking time to do something meaningful for myself. Okay, so who on here through our Tea Time community can admit that you need to work on the more of a rewarding yourselves? All right, I know I do. I can confess. So I thank you so much for sharing that, Monique. Michelle says I have very varying rewards, but lately it's been watching a movie on Sunday evening. Absolutely. That's good. Michelle, thank you for saying that about the reward. Toy says, I desire continual increase. All right, that's good. So you desire continual increase. That's what you want to see with the shift that you want to see. What is it that we want to see? What is it that you want to see from the results? I know someone talked about their book, or someone talked about time management. What is it that you're looking to see? I see Toy said, I need to reward myself and not feeling like I should be doing something else. Okay, Toy. Now I'm glad you shared that, because I'm going to be transparent. That was something that I really had to deal with. Okay, so I'm glad you shared that, because it was like every time I had a moment to kind of relax, it was like I felt like, okay, I need to be doing something. I need to be laying down. So I couldn't enjoy a movie. I couldn't enjoy certain things because I felt like I needed to be doing something. And I had to really talk to myself and say, hey, just relax, enjoy. All right, and so Patrick is back on. I'm going to read the comment from Anita. I'm hoping for the routine to be consistent. I need to stick with it. All right,
Mhm.
and it says it is so real. All right, Patrick, good to see you back, and I see some comments have come in, but I'm all right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. You were good. Thank you so much. I had an issue with. Can you still see me? Am I still on?
Yeah, we can see you and hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I had to go to my hotspot. The wireless went out. So sorry, everyone. But thank you so much. This
Okay.
is good. This is good. Good to hear these comments coming in. See the shift of progression in my delivery and my reach within the impact to help others. Here's another one. Why I adapted the Sunday evening routine. Very good. Katina is saying, I would like to reward myself with more self care. Absolutely. Taking time for you.
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
really good to see, these comments coming in and the different parts of what we're talking about as far as growing your doing. Let me go to another one here. I think it's important as well. We
Okay.
talked about reward and routine. And so let me see if that my screen will come up, because my wireless is very, very choppy right now. But if you
I
can
can
still
see it.
hear me,
Hmm.
okay, all right. Okay, so if you can still see it, I'll just leave that up there because it's kind of on my end, it's not clear. That's okay.
Oh,
We keep flowing, right?
right.
Okay. Pay attention to repetitions. Pay attention to repetitions.
Mm,
Practice the correct actions. So you
mm,
want to look at your repetitions. What is repetitive in your life? And you want to pay attention to the repetitions. And so that's another important part of growing your doing, is by looking at what is repetitive in your life. Mm.
mhm.
If you need to go from 20 to 30, what's repetitious? What is cyclical?
Ah,
What is a pattern?
mhm.
Hmm. So you want to pay attention. If you're going to grow your doing, you want to pay attention to your repetition. Quality matters, folks. Quality matters. And repetition shows you if you're practicing correct actions or not. Okay. So again, pay attention to what's cyclical and what
Yeah.
is patterned in your life.
Mhm.
Hope, what do you think about that as far as paying attention to repetitions?
I think that's very instrumental in moving forward, because with that we can kind of see what's producing advancement and what is not. Um, producing, advancement or movement forward by paying attention and being aware of what is going on as far as in the patterns. So I think that's very, very good, and understanding that, especially with us, with what we're talking about today. So it's good to just for me to pay attention to what is adding. I talked about leadership. So if I'm paying attention to different cycles, so if I'm just saying, if I like continue to take the classes and then I notice that repetition of taking classes, okay, so what am I doing with it? I have to understand the pattern, of different things and how it's going to advance me or keep me in a place of just stagnation. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yes. So it's important, folks, that that Tea Timers, that we're paying attention to our repetitions, our patterns, our cycles, and then we practice the correct actions. Because today's Tea Time is about what? Grow your doing skills. If I'm going to grow my doing skills, we started out with that. I got to find a balance of skill to challenge. What skill do I want to develop? How am I challenging myself to it? Am I clear about what I need to build at the foundation and then what I need to develop? Where am I in the area of routine and reward? But also, I got to pay attention to repetitions. I got to pay attention to my patterns. Let's throw in habits. Let's throw in habits as well. And the last point I want to point out for us in our renewal practice today is also, just let me know if you can see because it's a little slow. Can you see
it? Yes,
can
see it. Recognize, yes. Recognize progress.
Recognize progress and celebrate accomplishments.
That's a good one.
So it's a little different than reward. But it's a little different, but you're recognizing the progress that you've had. How do you know you have improved? How do you know that you've grown your doing? That's just a question I want you to consider. Another coaching question. It's a good, insightful question. How do you recognize progress? Well, part of that is you see a different outcome. You see a different outcome. You see a different behavior. You see a different mindset. You see something differently when you recognize progress.
There it is.
And then you can celebrate that you're there.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what causes people to celebrate, but find a way to celebrate.
Yeah.
I don't know if it means that you have a star chart. I don't know. Maybe it's you write it down on that day and you celebrate it. Maybe you doodle something and draw it. Whatever you need to do, you recognize your progress, because what that does is that reinforces that you're making the right decision, that you're implementing a new pattern, a new cycle, a new habit perhaps, or something that's repetition that you need to grow in. You're now seeing it and you're going to stay there and you're going to celebrate. All right, got a couple more comments coming in here. Michelle says, lately I've been doing a lot of adjustments. Okay. Being mindful of even scheduling my rest time because my sleep was being slighted. I'd get on track when I quickly be off again. Thank you for sharing. Renita says, oh Lord, my current pattern involves me sitting down instead of finishing the must-dos and then scrambling the next morning, hoping to change the pattern. And as I said earlier, be consistent with the routine. We're working with you. We're going to celebrate with you, Renita. Sharon says, consistently taking some time to reflect, identify its purpose, adjust as needed. All right. I want to, first of all, thank everyone for participating. And I do apologize for the wireless issues today. Hope, am I still on? Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and see you.
Okay, thank you. I can't see myself on this end. I can't even see the screen, so I'm going to keep talking.
Okay. All right, no problem.
Okay, so I'd like to ask everyone, before we close out our tea time today, what are your takeaways on our subject today, our renewal practice, grow your doing skills? What was one of your main takeaways on growing your doing skills? Your takeaways from finding the balance of skill and challenge, or your takeaways about getting clear about what you need to build and what you want to develop, or thinking about identifying your routine and reward, looking at your routine, which is how you function daily, how you function hourly, the kind of choices and decisions you make in the work that you're doing or in the area that you're trying to see yourself grow in. let's think about how are you now paying attention to repetitions, or how are you practicing correct actions? And then lastly, how do you recognize progress and celebrate accomplishments? So, Hope, what are some of your takeaways? And we'd like to hear from our tea timers today. What are some of our takeaways from the renewal practices we've had today?
Oh gosh, this has been absolutely this has been phenomenal, and I definitely have my takeaways. Um, my takeaway is one, watching routine, my
Hmm.
routine, and how I'm, my daily routine and what's going on with my daily routine. And then two, my other takeaway was the last one that you put up regarding celebrating. Um, can you put that like, yeah, recognize progress and celebrate accomplishments? That is a major takeaway for me there, because
Oh, thank you
sometimes
for sharing.
I do not. And so I'm going to be more intentional about the progress that I've made and celebrating the progress that I've made. So that's my takeaway of being more intentional to move forward in doing that.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. How about if you can read maybe a few of our um,
Sure.
comments from there?
All right. Michelle says takeaway: adapt, adopt, advance. Thank you,
All
Michelle.
right. Mm-hmm.
Michelle says identify the repetitions that is powerful because they either hinder or help me to get to my goals.
Thank you for sharing. All right.
Monique says I can create a great plan, but if I do not take the necessary steps to consistently implement it, I will not accomplish my goals or grow to my fullest potential.
Mm-hmm. Thank
All
you for
right,
sharing.
thank you. All right, Deborah says there is a lot of reflection before starting the growth process. Rewards are an important part of the process. Adapt, adopt, and advance. All right, Deborah, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Before we head out today, I want to just hashtag growth. Hashtag growth. That's our focus for this week. Hashtag growth. Go ahead and put that in the comments, and we're going to continue. Oh, we have another comment coming in from
Yeah.
Charlisa. Go ahead and share that one.
Charlisa, being more intentional and identifying specific steps to enhance and or developing the skill, take action. Thank you,
All
Charlisa.
right.
All
Thank
right,
you
and the
so much.
hashtags are coming in.
Yes, they are. Awesome. Hope, let's go ahead and share a little bit about our giving initiative, if you can.
Sure. We invite you to join us in our giving initiative. As we know, the Renewal Center exists beyond Sunday, so you can give any day of the week. We invite you for this fall and winter giving initiative. Here, located on the screen, is the various ways that you can give. The Renewal Center is a nonprofit organization. We invite you to connect with the vision by giving in this winter and this fall season. Here we have our website, we have text, we have PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, and if you would like to mail a money order or check, the information is located on on the screen here. So go ahead and connect with the Renewal Center. We're thankful that you're connecting with us. We are a nonprofit organization. We have operational budget and certain things, and we're in a place of advancement. So go ahead and connect to the vision. Here, located on the screen, is our other page where you can see where you can give. This is our digital giving, and also we invite you to make sure that you download the mobile app. Through the mobile app, you'll be able to just see a whole lot. You'll be able to view this again, catch up on our previous messages, and we're just thankful for the Renewal Center, the vision of the Renewal Center as well, and the opportunity to be able to connect. So you can stay connected with us by downloading the Renewal Center app in your Google and Apple stores, and you can stay up to date on everything that we're doing. You can get notifications to your phone and all the wonderful things that we're doing throughout the week. We don't want you to miss it, so make sure that you download the mobile app.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And again, thanks everyone. Please go ahead and share this with others. Again, if you'd like to follow us on our YouTube channel where you can catch all the replays of Tea Time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Perhaps share that with your friends, your family, and others. Let them know that we are here on Tea Time. And again, each and every first, second, and third Tuesdays that we are here. We're excited about it. It's 12 noon. And for those of you, our fourth Tuesdays are generally a special tea time where we are there at 7 p.m. So just excited about being able to be a part of it today. Any more comments coming in? Just want to check here. Everybody's hashtagging growth. I think we got one more takeaway. Can you read that one?
Sure. Michelle says takeaway is being fully present in my doing and give myself permission to celebrate my progress. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Awesome. And again, you're welcome, Charlize. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hope everyone benefited from today's tea time. And again, thank you for supporting our giving initiative and the other initiatives that we have going. We're going to leave you with just a few announcements. So just stay on for a good few seconds in a moment. And we want to thank everyone again for participating in tea time. And we always say, I am Renewal. We're better together. Take care of each other. And we'll talk with you soon. So I'm going to share these announcements. We'll see you next time, and have a great weekend with your family. Hope that you have some incredible time. Call someone, check in on them, tell them you love them, tell them you're thinking about them, check on some friends, check on family members, do something gracious for someone, do a random act of kindness. This is an opportunity for you to renew someone. And here at Tea Time, it is about pausing and resetting and building resilience. So if you can do that, that'll be wonderful. So again, thanks everyone for connecting and sharing your thoughts, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day.